Hi, I'm a math teacher. I use ActivInspire program in my lessons like 10 years. In this video, I'll explain you how to download and install and my basic settings, how I prepare my lessons. Also, I'll give a few examples about how to use in other subjects. To download it, if you write it in Google, that will be enough. You will see their site and you can easily download free trials from there. I'll also give for an older version. I'll also give a link for an older version in this YouTube video. If you are using old smart boards and if you download from the Google, you need to download two things, the program itself and the driver. The driver makes it recognized by PC, the smart board. And once you start to install it, there are a few points you need to be careful. You need to click in here, full install. And in this part, username and organization, don't worry, you can write even just like A, that will be enough. But if you didn't buy it, some properties won't work for sure. So if whenever you see this page, you need to choose Promethean Active Studio. Even if you choose Active Primary, make a mistake, you can always switch between them. To be able to switch between the two programs, Active Studio and Primary, two use of this program. So you go to VVF and dashboard, you open here and configure. Over there, you will see a box. If you click on this, next time, once you turn off this program and open it, it will launch in the other type. Now, if you are using the Promethean, the older smart boards, now we have new smart TVs with touch option. This part is not necessary for them. If you are using the old ones that works with a special pen, firstly, make sure that you turn on the smart board. Make sure that you have the cable connection. So after you turn on your smart board, and if you have the connection, the icon in the bottom part over that is red right now. It will turn into orange color. If it doesn't turn on, there can be one of these two problems, cable connection or you didn't turn on the smart board. And then sometimes it loses the calibration. You keep the pen in here, but it writes down there. So you need to calibrate it. So once you calibrate it, you need to go down there and click on here. Right now, I am not connected with smartboard, so this is kind of off. So once you are connected, it will be on. You click on in here and you will see a shape like this on the smartboard. So to be able to have a better calibration, many people kind of clicking right into the middle of this cross, right into the middle of this cross. Do not click right to the middle over there. Click to the corner part, this corner, like a coordinate plane, -1, +1. If you click this part, it will show 5 times of this thing. Always click -1, +1. So the place that you put the pen on the board and the place where it writes, it will be synced. It will be calibrated. So if you are using also this older version, you need to do this part also. So you have the option to be able to use these with your pen, with your fingers, but sometimes a small problem with the cable causes some extra problems in PC. The mouse moves on its own. So whenever the mouse moves on its own, there's a cable problem and you need to turn off this finger option. You go in here, you go to control panel. So here you have some tabs, click on pens. If you are connected to the smartboard, there will be another thing in here, operate with your finger. You need to do that one off. Once you do it off, it will work only with pens. Now let's start after you install. Once you open it for the first time, what kind of things you will be seeing? You will see a tab like this, a page like this when it starts on. So I always turn off this. I don't want to see it every time. We can turn off this page. So the first page that you are going to see, it will be something like this. Of course, those things won't be written over there. So there will be some tools to be used in here, and there's this page browser like in the PowerPoint. I always turn off this page browser. As you see, this picture that you are seeing and the way that I am using is completely different. There will be some blue parts around that page you are using, but right now I just changed those colors. I always change those colors. Also, the buttons on this screenshot, they are on the right side. I don't like those on the right side. I place them to the bottom part. So firstly, let's do that, how to place those things to the bottom part. Let's go to the settings. Layout. In here you will see some tabs, and this toolbox, you dock it to the bottom. Also, there are some quick versions of it. You can also do it from here. You can put it to the right side, left side, right side, again to the bottom side. You can change with this part. So now, after you turn off this page browser part, you will see some blue areas and some white part. So white part is your page. That's the page that you are using. You can write on the white part. You can also write on the blue part once you choose the pen option. I can write in here, also in here. The problem, whatever I write in this extra part, once I print my plans, my writings, these parts won't be seen in the PDF. It can convert it into the PDF. You can directly print that. So these parts won't be seen over there. So now, these blue parts is really like so shiny and kind of so different color. So I turn it something close to the white, something like gray. So now I will show you how to change that part. You go to the settings. From settings, you go to here, flip chart, world color. If you make it in blue, now it's blue and it's not good visibility. So I just change it something close to white. So then this behind page color, if you are using these old smart boards, these ones, so probably you are also using a projector, and the projector is not showing the things good. For example, we can turn this page into any color we want. So the projectors, once you use the black background, I like to use black background. Once you write things on it, in the projector, they are not good visibility. But if you are using TV smart boards, you can make the page in black color and write with white on it. That's better, like Khan Academy. But if you are using the old ones, leave the page color as white. Use white. So now how I'm going to show you how to change this page color. So in here again, you go to flip charts from settings, default page color. You can change it from here. You can do anything you like. So you change colors from here, whatever you like. So what I do, I directly choose this black. I don't leave it like completely black. I increase a little bit to the 40, 50. Because once we write things on it, they will be black. So the black is not visible on black. So if you make it a little bit shiny, whatever you write in black color, you will be able to see those things as well. So now, this helps whenever I create new pages inside my plan, like insert page, blank after, it will come with the default page. So this is a plan that I have prepared before. That's why the page colors are all white colored. Like I have told, I don't like the buttons to stay in the right side, as you see on this picture. Let me make this picture bigger for you to see. So the buttons on the right side, they are blocking some part that I may use in the class. Also, the students can see this part, but they mostly cannot see this bottom part. The ones sits behind, they cannot see this bottom part. So it is more effective to move these buttons to the bottom side. So you can also use these parts to be able to write. Also, the students who sits behind, they will not have problem. And then also there are some buttons that I'm using so often. I will show you how to arrange those buttons. Now, let's put it to the first kind of thing that you might see. So once you install the program, you will see the buttons on the right side like this one. Firstly, you click on here. Show you. Click on here. You place them to the bottom side. After you place them bottom side, these are some, like, how can we say, general ones that to be able to use. Now I remove some things in here and I insert some things like page browser. I mostly don't use it. So now I'll show you how to add buttons in here and how to change their places. So I already have placed in here as a picture my order of using the buttons. I will arrange these buttons in this order. You click over there. So then you go to the commands. For example, switch profile. I don't need this one. Desktop, you might need for these things sometimes. Desktop tools, you don't need that much. These ones we need. So the ones that we mostly don't need, so you click on this button over there and you say remove. So this is the toolbox that we are using currently in here. And these are all the tools that we might need. So once you say remove, it will be gone from there. You see that one. Now I'm going to remove that one as well. It is gone from there. Now the pen options also in here. For example, I don't use this page browser and that one. I'll go in here over there. I will remove page browser. And there are separators in here. You see those separators. I don't know about the resolution of this video. And reset page, I don't use this one. And many of clearing things, I don't use this one. Now, the things that I'm using this save button a lot. So let's find out this save button over there. Save button. Okay, you click on this save button, but once you add it over there, you see I have left over there and it added over there. I don't want it to be between these two. I just remove it. I want to add it right after main menu. So I clicked that here and I add that save button. Now save button came here. I also use this save as button a lot. I also want to add it over there. Now, some other buttons that I am using so much. So equations, since I'm a math teacher, I mostly use equations. I like it to be after this or after redo button. After redo button, let's add over here a separator between buttons. Firstly, let's add separator, then I'll add this equation after the separator. So I clicked equation that I'm going to add and I want it to be after separator. Now I click on it. It comes after. It also appears over there right after. So I don't use this one. I don't use this one. Let's go down. I use this delete page. This button deletes the whole page. And let's look for revealer. I also use this frequently. And then clear the things that you write with pens, only with pens. I also use that one a lot. Let's go down there. Let's look for a few more things that I'm using. About these buttons, you will figure it out in time. I also use this. In your plan, you can insert some blank pages to explain some extra things. You can insert it before the page that you are using, and after that, there are the two things. You can also do it from here, insert part, but it is better to use some shortcut. So I want it to be after this previous or before this previous and next page thing. So I'm going to add in here another separator later, perhaps. After this desktop annotate, they will come here, page after current and page before current. You see they came here. And I'm also using this grid thing since I'm a math teacher also. Let's put them after equation and designer. And let's see what else. So math tools, of course. I'm done. So I can recheck the buttons in, and let's say I want to order these things. For example, I want to move this one to here after revealer. So you go again to the settings part, to the same page, and commands. These are the tools that you are using. You want to move this right after the revealer over there. So you just say move up, and it comes right after the revealer. This is the way that you can change the colors. You can change the buttons in here. Anyway, in time you can also arrange for your own use. You will figure out some buttons in time. So then the colors in here, you can also arrange the colors in here for your own use. So if you go to layout part, that allows you to change the number of colors in here. So right now we have 8 colors in here. You can change it into how many you want. Too many colors you can add in here. So later, for example, these are the colors that I was using when I used the old ones for the white background. For the white background, you need to use some kind of dark colors, darker red, darker blue, darker purple, darker green. So then to be able to change these colors into something you want, you just do right click and you can choose some color just directly from here. You can also go to here and you can choose some custom colors, or you can move this anywhere you like. And this color, if you like this color, you just say okay, and that color over there has changed to something you want. So I have arranged these colors to not lose these colors. I saved that. You can also change colors from the screen, anywhere on the screen. You just move this thing once you click. For example, I want this red color, then I want a blue color in here like I have arranged over there. And let's say I have even darker blue over there, and let's say shiny blue, purple, a bit darker purple. You can choose a color from your screen as well. For example, I want this green to be as my color. So then later you can write with this green. Anyway. So now we are ready to do a plan. So if you go file and say new flip chart, you have just one page flip chart ready to arrange your plan. So to be able to write on it, you just move the mouse wherever you like and start typing with your keyboard. Let's say hello. And it will directly start writing. And later you can arrange the font of it, you can change the typing of it, but there's this problem. When I say directly file and new, you see this page that has opened, it's not wide enough that I was using before. This is wider. My plan, it is wider. So I advise you to arrange a template for you. You can change the sizes of this page that you are using. For example, you can say Neve 1 with the screen sizes or some other sizes. Let's say this one. You see the width has changed. Or if you do this one, the width has changed again. So anyway, I have done some trials. If you are using like PC screen resolution with these sizes, which is with projector, mostly comes like this. You need to do like that. File, Neve, custom size. When it's custom size, you need to arrange it with these ratios. You click on here, you say other ratios, 1196 and 768. Once you say okay, you have just one page plan ready for you to do, ready for you to operate on it. So you can save this one as template. Let's say in here, you just write template. So I still do have these additional parts over there because this PC doesn't have the screen resolution like 1024. So I have this Neve TV smartboard in my class, which has a really big high resolution. So for those ones, I have arranged over there another template size. You just repeat that one, file, Neve, custom size. When it's custom size, it's again like this. So you just say other, and you can arrange your numbers, which is when I show this plan in my class, for example, these two pictures I found online in Google, they have so much these blue parts. So those blue parts, you are able to write on it, but it won't be seen once you print it. Sometimes it's also kind of like different area. I want it all to be wide. So I arrange the template by checking the PC that I use in school. So when I play it, when I open it in school, my plan, it becomes all of it with white colored. I will also share the links of the two templates that I have used, one for small resolution, one for big resolution. I'll also share the links below the video. So now arrange your typing. So use the same typing when you prepare your plans. For example, these are the templates that I'm using. This is for small resolution 1024. This is for high resolution. It's wider. So this is my type of writing. I write the name of the chapter, the parts of the chapter, and in here, in this way. So later, once I start writing the chapter, this is the main part that I will write, first, second, third, fourth part of it. Then the subtopics will continue like this in this way. And then once I write the examples, they will be in this color. So right now I have moved to this Neve TV smart boards, and I'm using that black background. And this is my type of writing. And once I continue main topic and subtopics, examples, they always appear with the same color. For example, one of my plans. So number systems, divisibility. So same type of writing goes on. So students knows where you are, what part of the chapter you are doing in every lesson. So now let's start preparing a plan. Once you decide your template, you go to your template. You don't change your template. You take this part, you choose them all. You say Control A, and then you copy them all, which is Control plus C button. And then in open template, in a white template, you paste it, which is Control plus V button. So then you arrange your topic in here. Let's say we are going to do equations. So one unknown. So you arrange your subtopics in here. Then once you move forward, you go again back to your template. You take that part like subtopics and the definition of it, Ctrl+C. You go to your template and you paste it there, and this will be under this first part. Let's say 5th grade. From 5th grade, we have that kind of questions, which is 2 times with a square. You arrange your plan like this: -5 equals 11. You try to figure out what number should go in here. So you try to relate that. Anyway, this is the way that you continue preparing your plan. You move like you, to be able to open new page, if you just click forward next page, it will open the next new page. Right now we are in the 2nd page. Once you click it, right, you are in the 3rd page. You add your plans in here. Let's change this color to something better. So once you add your things in here, you go forward 4th page. So after you do all of these, you don't want to save on the template. The template should stay empty. So I use save as. When I use save as, I say chapter 1 of 1, first part of the first chapter, and equations with unknown, 1 unknown equations, and I save like that. Once you do your plan, the number of pages, leave it between 15 and 20. Do not make it more than 20. Because in lessons, skipping all those pages takes time and becomes boring. Remember that to be able to add any kind of writing, you just move the mouse over there and start typing. It will start typing. So to be able to change those things, just choose them all, just copy them all. If you want to copy a part, you can do like this, just drag it, just copy it. And to be able to choose the type of writing, to Arial or something else, we mostly use this one, and the color of it, and the size of it. Sometimes you can even use this button to be able to change the size of your writings even quicker. So now I want to show you a few things that from the plan that I already have prepared, which is, once you add things, I'm blocking some things like this because I don't want to lose the concentration of the students. Once you reveal them all at once, they try to read everything. So I block some parts when I prepare the plan. For example, I wrote this, let's write also this one. We have too many things to explain in here, and we don't want them to see them all at once. So there are some shapes in here that we can use. I'm using a rectangle to be able to cover them. They are seeing only the topic. So once you are in the class, you will be using the pen option to be able to write. So let's say you are in previous page, you did explanations and you came to this page. So from pen, you change it to the arrow, and right now you are able to hold this rectangle with left click or with pen directly. So keep holding with left button and move it down. So they will see what first subtopic, explain this, move it down, explain this, move it down. Or you may also use this revealer tool. It blocks the whole page. You can open it from top easily. For example, with this revealer, it helps you. You keep writing. After you finish writing about this one, you just go on it. It will change the cursor and you keep writing on it. open and right, open and right. And to be able to turn off this revealer, you again click on this button. You can also do it from left side, or if you like from other side, you can also do it from this side. It works in every sides. To be able to add some things from PDFs or from other Google search, you can use two things. Choose them as writings. Just copy Ctrl+C button and paste it in here directly. It will come over there. It is better to use, like, how can we say? It is better to copy them as typed, because better visibility. You can also copy those things to be able to faster. You can use this snipping tool. In every PC you have it directly. You click on it, you choose this part, you just copy it and paste it to your plan. Once you paste like that, the writings won't have a good visibility, but it will do the job. You can also copy any picture on your PC directly with snipping tool. So you can also arrange the sizes of it. For example, I have copied this picture. I don't want this white part. I want it to be in borders. Rotate. Let's increase. So I don't want those additional. So you can arrange it in Paint again. And you just say Ctrl+A, which selects all, Ctrl+C, which copies, and Ctrl and P button at the same time, which paste. It's kind of paste. Or for the ones you can do like in here, select all, right click, copy, and go to your plan in ActivInspire and right click and paste. It comes over there. You can increase the size of the picture from this corner. Once you click on the picture, they will be revealed and you just drag it. Or once you click on picture, you can also increase the size of the picture this way. So adding a writing, adding a picture is working like this. You can go to Google and you can find any picture you like. You just say copy image. You can even paste it directly in here. There's no problem with that. Also, to be able to add videos, it is, you download a video. I have one in here, a video. You just do right click, copy, and paste. The video is in the plan. So about the video, there are two things. You are able to control the video inside the ActivInspire with arrow. If you are using the pen, you are not able to control the video. You need to choose the arrow, then you need to click on the video. You can play the video, pause the video, stop the video. And there is one other property about the video. For this one, we need to open this property browser. So let me show you one more time. You click on the video, there will be these options you will be seeing in this part. Once you click it, property browser. In here, this part, there is autoplay option for the video. In all smart boards that you are using with projector, leave it false. Leaving it false means that once you, from previous page, once you move to the next page, the video won't play directly. You just need to click on it, then it will start playing. But in Niv TV smart boards, it is harder to control this arrow and pan changings. It's a little bit harder to control it. That's why I go to property browser and I leave the autoplay like true. That means while I'm explaining the things in my class, as soon as I move to the next page, the video will start playing. Let's add another page to the plan. Now we are in the 8th page. I just click to the next page and we are in the next page. So now there are some other shapes that you can draw. You don't need to copy from somewhere. You don't need to do it in Paint. You can do it directly in here. For example, like I have showed, rectangle, a square. Wherever you move this, it will be a square, or ellipse, or circle, any kind of shape that you are seeing in here. So then you can also add some arrows in here, both sided. You can arrange the slope of it, straight, vertical, horizontal. You can also use some connectors. So what kind of job these connectors are doing? For example, sometimes when I explain parallelograms, I use these connectors. Let's make the same length two lines. So I used for the lines, I use the shapes tool. Then I use the connector part. So shapes and connectors are different things. Connectors are connecting edges of the shapes. So now I'm connecting this edge with the next one over there. So whenever you see that those parts on, you can leave it there and it will be connected. And from here, I'll add another connector. If I leave like this, right now it is not connected. This one is connected. Once you move one of the shapes to left or right, this moves, but the other one is not moving. So I again click on it. For here, you can arrange the edges of it, and whenever you see those parts, now let's move around one more time. So I'm trying to connect again. Whenever you see that it is revealed over there, you see there is a small part in here. It happens. It will be connected. So now both of them are connected. Now I am able to explain the parallelograms better. You can move it to the left, to the right. So the two sides are parallel. The other two sides will always be parallel as well. I also want to explain some buttons I added in here. For example, this delete button. So you prepare the plan. Inside the plan, you don't like this page to be there. You don't want. Once you click on delete button, that page will be out of the plan. So you can delete the whole page, or you can insert new pages from here or from these shortcut buttons. For example, between video and previous page, I want to insert another page. So I click on here between from this question to the video, I have another page, then I have video. So if you continue forward, the new page will open directly. And then there is this button that makes us clean all. For example, sometimes you open your older plans, there are already some solutions written over there. We have a question, or let's type this question with the Mat52. Let's say we have this question, 2x plus 5 equals 11. And we have this solution in here, 11 minus 5, then 6, then anyway. Let's say I'm explaining something in here. So once I move to the next page, the solution is already over there. So once you click this button, the whole things that you write with your pen, they will be deleted at once. There's also this button in here about the grid. Once you click on this, it adds the grid directly with squares. So once you click one more time, it will remove it. But when it adds, it's adding with completely black color. So we need to arrange the color. When it's completely black, it's being mixed with the writings and grid color. So I'm making it a little bit, changing the color of it a little bit lighter. So then it won't be mixed. So you are using that with Grid Designer. You are adding and removing it. So once you arrange it, you should do it with Grid Designer. So you can also find those things in here. Edit buttons in here, grid, if you go there. So then about this grid, let's go there. This is the new page. Once I click on it, they'll come like automatically like black color. So I don't want them to be black color. I change the color to something else. You can also do fancy colors, but it's really bad visibility. Gray is better. You can also change this grid, the sizes of it. So you can make bigger squares, smaller squares, and you can also in here, not kind of squares, just dots. Or you can like solid lines or dotted lines. If I do it completely black, you will see what's going on better. Perhaps I need to increase dashed ones. Okay, so let's do it like solid lines. If you're teaching a verbal subject, you can also do it like lines, which is direction. You choose only one of them, vertical or horizontal. Once it's horizontal, you can make them closer to each other or wider, as you like. So again, with this button, you can remove and put back. Visible, invisible, you can change easily. One more thing about these tools, you can also change sizes of them. You go to the settings, layout, and in here, icon size, you can see, you can make them smaller or bigger, as you like. And then you can print the whole plan that you have prepared in here. You go File and Print. But if you don't want to print, you can also directly convert it to the PDF, export to the PDF. So you arrange your page in here, what kind of page settings you want. For example, I want 3 rows and 2 columns, so which is 6 of the pages in this plan will fit into one A4 page. So once I say export to PDF, let's go to my presentation folder. So save. Everything I have written, everything I have prepared, it directly turns into PDF. So you can share whatever you have written in the class with your students so easily. So let's go back to the ActivInspire. So now, if you are using this TV things, you have one more settings to you have to arrange these settings kind of. In old Promethean smart boards, you can use the older versions. Older versions are working better, but for these NIV smart boards, you should install the newest version. So then you need to change these settings, which is the touch setting. You need to change it like use touch instead of active band, which is File, Settings, then you go here again, Settings, Dual Mode, and the touch input, you should change it into the use touch instead of active band. And done. This is important. Sometimes it's causing problems, which is it stops working. The ActivInspire stops working and it shuts down on its own. Now, additional things. There are some teachers, they are still using the PowerPoint, but some ways PowerPoint is better. But I think the ActivInspire is going to be a lot more effective. So if you want to change your PowerPoint to the ActivInspire directly, there is this thing, I don't think that's working. I have never tried to change that one. Import thing over there. You can take, but once you do this, it takes everything like pictures. For example, I have this biology plan over there. If you do in here, select all, like Control A and Control C, which is copy, and paste over there directly, it won't work because it takes everything as one single picture. It doesn't take them separately. So you should take them separately. So you just go in your writing, Control A, Control C, and you once you paste it over there, Control V, I just did paste. It's not visible because the writing that we have copied, it's white and we still have a white background. That's why it's not visible. Select all, change the writings into the black color. So you will see that you already have pasted. So anyway, then let's copy this part, Control C and paste, Control V and Control A. Control A, let's make them all in black color. So this is the explanation part. We put it down now. I want to copy the picture. And plus Control C, and then in here Control V, and the picture has came here. So the picture is a bit more bigger, like I cannot see the edges of the picture. So if the picture is really big, so you should make it smaller size with these buttons. Just click on these buttons until it comes to your screen, easy to change sizes. So now you can arrange also this writing. You see, I cannot see this part of writing. You can bring it forward and backward with these two buttons. Bring it forward, now I can see, but it's not good on the picture. So you can make it in this way. It will arrange on its own for the other part. So the written part will be in here, why study. So this looks so small, I want to increase it. Let's increase the, so it is better to use like 22, 24. 20 is really less visible on screen. Let's make it really big. And this one, it's 20. It won't be visible. 20 is not enough. 24, 20, even 26 is sometimes is not enough. So you have the picture. So what difference this can give us? So while you explain on PowerPoint, you are able to show the picture to the students. But once you do it on ActivInspire, we also have this button. I forgot to explain that to you. It removes the other parts away. It leaves only the ActivInspire buttons over there. So you click on this writings. So you add some other knowledges directly in here. You don't need to go to the other board in your class. If you have a whiteboard, or how can we say blackboard for chalks, you don't need to write on that. You can directly write on your plan. So once you save it, it will stay saved. So you can add some additional knowledge about this part. Anyway, let's copy another page. So you go here, you just select all of them, you do right click if you want, copy, and then came back to ActivInspire. Next page, let's open the next page, and we paste it over there. I cannot see because it is still in white color, so we should make it black. I want to make it bigger sized. Let's say 48. Now I need to take the picture from here to there, copy the picture, and paste the picture. The picture is so big, so I need to make it a bit small sized. So now, if you want to add some other things in your plan before the class teachings, it is better to write them with keyboard type. Do not add the things, many things in the class, like this is like that, this is an extra part, this is an extra part. If you are going to do it before the class. I think it's better because it will be a handwriting over there, or you will type with keyboard and it will look a lot more better. So now another example about the primary school teachers. I have found one thing about them. So there was a book that I have found in here. For example, these books, you may have it like a PDF or online somewhere. You probably have your books. Even if you don't have your book as PDF or something, you can take the picture and you can quickly insert it to your plan. It is better to talk about the picture on the book. It is better to show it on the screen, better than talking about the picture. Sorry, I couldn't make the sentence correct. So you open it somewhere online, or if you are able to open somewhere online, you can use again this snipping tool. Remember, you go there. If you type snipping, it will appear over there, snipping tool. So then you just take this part. So it is kind of taken as a picture. Copy this picture and you come back to your plan, wherever it is, just paste it on your plan. Now you can show this in class so quickly, and you can make some additional things. This means that one, this means that one. These are all in Albanian language. I'm living in Kosovo. That's why. Let's say I don't have this picture online. I have it in the book over there in here. So some people are kind of like lazy to connect the phone to the PC with cable and take the photos in. It's kind of lazy. So it's very easy actually. If you use Google Drive, if you install Google Drive to your PC, Google Drive, and if you keep it like synced, it will be very fast. For example, another picture that I found online. Now I'm taking the picture of it, and there is this folder in Google Drive that I have made. Now I'm going to install from phone to my Google Drive. Let's see in how many seconds it will appear over there. Right now, my phone is uploading it, and uploading is done, and the Google Drive is synced, and the picture came. I have the picture in here. I can open it, or I can, how can we say, copy it, paste the paint. Where is that paint part? Okay, in here. Let's paste. Once again, or open with paint, because I want to edit the edges in here, so you can easily bring it over there to your plan. Let's arrange those parts, rotate 180, select all, Control A, Control C, copy, and come back to your plan, open a new page and paste, Control plus V button. So the picture is so big right now, so I need to make it very small. So you will have this picture not on the book, on the screen, and you will be able to show to students what to do directly from the screen. Let's change this. So you will draw it on the screen. And I think it's a lot useful for this kind of teachings. Thanks for listening. I think I explained a little bit slowly. Sorry for that. If you have any further questions, you can write it in comments. I hope I will answer in time. I'm sorry, I have one more thing to add in this video. So once I start preparing my plans, I open the template. Let's go to ActivInspire. The template is on. So let's say this is a lesson 1 or chapter. I copy that part with chapter thing. And lesson 1, chapter 1. And I have this first part, second part, third, fourth. Anyway, when I arrange the second page, third page, so let's say this is lesson 1 and numbers. So I don't save on the template. Once again, I do save as, and I save like the 9th grade, first chapter and first part, natural numbers. So this is not template anymore. This is right now 9th grade, first chapter, first part. So then I go back to the template for the next plan. First chapter, second part. So chapter 1. Now 1, 2. I make my preparations. Once I save it, I don't save on the template. Once again, I do save as, and I do 9th grade, first chapter, second part, integers. So I keep saving like this. The template stays empty. After I save them all, they looks like that. So these are the lesson plans of the 10th grade. So first chapter, first part, first chapter, second part, first chapter, third part. So once I go in class, I open my plan. So I'm doing the lesson. I'm explaining stuff in here, solving examples. After I solve this in the class, let's say this is the class 10B. I do not save on the plan. I do save as. First point, first chapter with the class 10B with the date, let's say 2022, and 9th month and 10th day. So let's say in this lesson, I was able to complete, I have prepared 25 pages. Let's say I was able to complete 7 of them. So I save 7 of them. When the next class comes for the same subjects, for the same lesson, I turn off these. I go back to my lesson plan. I again open the same thing for the class B. So it remains empty, prepared for me. So I again do the lesson, explain the probably same things similarly. While I am explaining, if I want to add something, you remember that we have this insert part. We can insert a page between the pages, other pages. Anyway, let's say I did this plan for the class 10D. I do not save on the lesson plan. I do save as, and I do save like 10D 2022, the same date, 09/10. So when the next day comes, I go to my folder like presentation. So the previous lessons are saved with 10B and 10D. So let's say we are in the date 9 and 11, and I continue to the lesson. I will be able to see till what page I have done, till this page I have done. So the next day when I start to this one, I keep the track, which is I write here the 9th month, 11th day we are starting. There are some absences. Let's say Ali, Ahmed, I write them in here. I keep the record also in the plan. So I keep doing the plan. I keep doing the plan. Since this is already named as 10B, after I'm done, I just save this one. So ready for the next day to continue. So after I finish the whole plan like this under the name 10B, I print the whole page and I add it to my site. I have a Google site over Google Drive. I share it in my site for 10th graders 10B 2022 9 and 10. Once I save this on Google Drive, so I have my own site over there. Let's recycle this one. Let's check that if it is added to PDF. Now it is added. So once I go to the 10th grade homework folder, I will be able to see the things that I did in the class 10B. So anyone, the families, the students themselves, they will be able to see all of the writings that we did in the class. So I kind of keep the record of everything. For example, let me show you a record of the last year with 11th graders from the 9th month to the 6th month with 11A and also with 11B class. In this way, I'm able to show the parents and to the students how hard I tried for them. Also, sometimes they say that we haven't done this part in the class, so we are able to go back to the same plan. We are able to see what I have said and what I have written over there. So it's very effective to keep the record. Thanks for listening.